Listen, it's been
and
around
it's
the
not
clock.
over.
We're not out of it.
We're not out of it. No, we got to deal with the tail end as it begins to pull away later on today here, friends. We're talking an additional 3 to 4 inches across Boston.
Wow.
And also points north and also points south. Let's get right to your next weather forecast on this Victory Monday, everybody. This certainly has not been one of the major snowstorms in Boston history, but again, it ranks at in the top 10 for sure. Nearly 2 feet of snow in the city of Boston going back to February 2003. 27.6, okay? So we've had a lot of fun smashing the numbers and also talking to you about just how long it's been since Boston's had at least 4 to 5, even 6 inches of snow here. Take a look at some of the numbers that we've received over the past 12 to 24 hours here, friends, and over a foot of snow. But even over towards the boroughs, they got just about 16.5 inches, specifically for Westboro, Methuen, 16.5 as well, and even Dorchester, just to the south of the city, right around 17 inches of snow. So we are still likely continuing with our winter storm warning, friends, at least until 8 p.m. later on this evening. As I was telling Chris and Paul, we have to deal with the backside of the storm system as of right now. And again, that backside is going to be drawing in even more moisture and helping to condense that, mainly as snow. Some final sort of a burst of snow in and around the area as of right now. We still have a little bit of energy just kind of lingering across the board there. But with this area of low pressure to the south of us here, it's allowed for most of the moisture to go up to the north. This is why it's also hanging out around the main area as of right now, keeping sustained snow there. We're still actually dealing with gusty winds in and around the Boston area right now, 20 to 30 plus mile per hour gusts, nearly 40 out in the Cape and the islands there. And that's pulling a major threat back in terms of our current wind chills outside. Sub-zero here in the city and also areas south and east of town, the upper teens and even lower 20s. So the big question is, what's next, Jason? What's going to happen here? Well, we have to deal with the backside, so let's get that on out of here. As we start to see this system pushes out towards the east, we're going to draw down some moisture from the north and west and maybe spray the region in central and also western Mass with some downhill slope from the Great Lakes there. But most of this energy is going to start to pull down to the south and also tap into the Gulf of Maine. Best chance of 4 inches is going to be right around Boston, mainly inside 95 north and also 95 south. Metro West outside of the 95 belt, closer towards 495. You're talking about an inch, maybe up to about 4 inches. But again, it's going to be very light and fluffy, so it's just going to be blowing around at least for the most part. Worcester specifically, you're going to be topping out right around 20 degrees, and it's really not going to be that much better in the Boston area. As it again begins to pull away here, notice we start to get some striations coming on in. An extra bout of energy is just going to burst across the area, limiting visibility, but also keeping the assault and also the plow crews there a little bit hampered in terms of clearing out our roadways later on this evening. Again, that timeline is going to be anywhere between about noon and about 9 p.m. But for Boston, it's going to be maybe closer to about 3 and 9 p.m. Visibility is still pretty poor outside as of right now, 2 to 3 mile visibility across the area. We're going to stick with a lot of cold here, friends, so the snow is not going anywhere. For the most part, we're going to stay in the mid to upper 20s and lower teens as we go throughout the next several days here, Brianna.